saan ka man dalhin ang kapalaran, iisang bayan lang sa puso mo'y laman, pinagmulan at babalikan.
Many Filipinos have left the Philippines and worked in the UK for decades to provide for their families a better life. Ngayon, nag-retired na sila at ang ilan ay may karamdaman, nangangailangan sila ng kalinga. But what if their families or their loved ones are in the Philippines or somewhere else? Can they be sponsored to come to the UK as a primary carer? I'm Crystal Dias. Join me in Immigration 101. Silipin po natin ang kwento ng ating mga kababayan and get some very useful immigration advice.
Mapalad ako sa araw na ito. A group of pensioners are gathered together to share the stories with me.
Si Estrella Lasa Isis Breno, 80 years old.
Flora Retrato, 74 years old.
Abelardo Retrato, 73 years old.
Sonia Villamayor Rose, 74 years old.
Neil Medina, 69 years old.
Teresita Burchat, 69-year-old.
Esther Obra, 67 years old.
Vita Viduya, 66 years old.
Leonora Rubio, 69 years old.
With age ranging from 66 to 83 years old, their journey as migrants in the UK started in the 70s.
I came here as a nanny.
Okay. Kailan po yun?
That was in 1973.
73.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just lucky that I have the good employers.
I came here as a student nurse. That was in 1973. They're hiring student nurses over in England and United Kingdom. And that's what I applied in this agency. And it came along. And that's when and then until I finished being a nurse. I worked as a nurse only for 5 years, and then I moved to Brighton and I studied social work.
I came in this country at the age of 21 years old. I am a single woman. I have one daughter.
Single mother?
Single mother.
Single
Yeah,
mother.
single mother.
Okay.
Ang trabaho ko doon sa Scotland muna, chef ako doon.
Chef.
After 1 year, tinapos ko yung kontrata ko, pumunta ako ng London.
Before coming to London, I've been teaching for almost 11 years.
52. So you're now 69.
Ang malaking tanong, ngayong retired na, plano na ba nilang umuwi ng Pilipinas for good?
Now I'm already a pensioner, a childless lady. So what's the point of staying here forever? So I think I'm really
One day.
decided to go back in the Philippines.
We don't plan to go home.
Dito na kayo
Yeah,
sa
no.
UK.
Very happy na kami sa London.
I'm going to stay there for good and then live in a small farm, where I can enjoy my money.
I don't want to go to home. I have to think more of that one. So, and I like the idea. So I'd like to hear that what you were saying about the carer. Because I've been a social worker before. I used to run old people's home. I don't want to go to home.
I've been living here for the last 46 years. I have my children here, and we plan before we plan to go home for good, and then we tried it. But obviously, it didn't work.
Since I have this kind of, what's that, disease or what is that?
Sickness.
Medical condition
Medical
they have.
condition. I had to stay here,
Yes.
6 months dito, 6 months doon. Pag winter na, alis na kami. That's why I don't like to stay there because if you save, you pay.
Dahil may medical condition na ang ilan sa kanila, mas gusto nilang manatili sa UK dahil libre ang pagpapagamot sa National Health Service o NHS.
I have a valve replacement
and both of my needs are replaced. And I'm happy living here because I got a free medicines that I can take. I live more in this country than in the Philippines because I'm only 23 years old when I came over. So I'm very happy that I will stay here in this country, and it's very nice in this. People here are very nice.
Binisita ko rin sa Kent ang pensioner na si Carmelita Madrid, 74 years old na dating taga Sampaloc, Manila.
Tita, how are you? Good to see you.
She was working in the US from the 70s and came back to the UK as a tourist in 1992.
Tell us how you came to this country. What took you to the UK?
When I came over, I was invited to the party where I met my husband. This is what my dad wants me to do, to get married.
You got married, but you stayed in the UK, Tita.
Yeah, I stayed.
You have your life.
Yeah.
You are a medical record manager.
He is really so gentleman. It is up to you if you want to work. You can just stay home. No, I said, I am a person who is energetic. So much of, I want to be out of the house. I am not really a housewife. I will be a professional.
Nagtapos siya ng Bachelor of Science in Education from University of Santo Tomas. 45 years old na siya na magpakasal sa retired engineer ang British man na si Ken na 65 years old noon. Wala silang anak. Dito sa UK, naiba ang takbo ng career ni Carmelita.
I was a community mental health nurse visiting patients in their homes. And then one of my friends said, Carmelita, you've been dreaming to have your care home, isn't it? Yes, one of my friends is selling her care home that is in Chatham, and that was year 2000.
She dedicated her life in making the care home a success.
I did that, I took even care home business management, aside from being a nurse.
So you've had the care home for 5 years. Basically, that became your life.
I did not take any holiday for 5 years. I have 20 carers.
20 carers?
Yeah, 20 residents.
Wow.
Most of them are part-timer.
In 2005, they sold the business. Ngayon, mag-isa na lang ang buhay ni Carmelita dahil pumana na rin ang asawa niya. You've obviously decided to stay in the UK, but do you intend to go back to the Philippines?
The climate in the Philippines is that made me really ill because I'm asthmatic. And I came to know that it's the humidity, the pollution that make me sick.
Pinaghahandaan na ba ninyo ang panahon na mahina na kayo?
I'm just waiting to be called by our God. That's it. Every day I'm calling Him. Please, if I still have a mission, just give me strength and courage to do it for you. But I'm ready anytime. I'm not scared.
Mas namimiss niya ngayon ang asawa.
My greatest achievement is running the care home on my own together with my husband. I hug him, I kiss him. Thank you for supporting me. I reached my dream. I'm not worried to leave you alone because you showed me you are a rock. And you are my rock, he said. I can't cannot forget that.
Habang may lakas pa, she wants to be independent and she is grateful she has friends who are always ready to help.
I don't want to bother anyone. And I don't want to show them that I am ill, that I am weak.
Ang ilang sa mga pensioners sa London tulad ni Neil Medina, bukas pa sa pagkuha ng carer kung kailangan pagdating ng panahon. But Carmelita prefers to be on her own. Baka raw maging problema lang niya ang in-sponsor na kaibigan o kamag-anak. Para sa mga nais mag-sponsor ng carer, may paraan.
There is no specific immigration rules for issuing an entry clearance to a person who wants to come over to the UK to care for an elderly or sick family member or a friend. A person who wants to come over to the UK to provide a short-term care or make alternative arrangements for a long-term care of a friend or a relative may come on a visitor visa. Kung hindi naman pumasa sa visitor visa, pero mayroong compassionate or compelling circumstances, maaari itong i-consider.
Whether a general visit visa should be granted, the following additional factors should be taken into consideration. The type of illness or condition which must be supported by consultant's letter, the type of care required, the care which is already available in the UK for that elderly or sick person, for example, from the social services or other relatives and friends, the long-term prognosis.
If the person is granted a visitor visa and wishes to stay in the UK, it will be on the strict understanding that the purpose of stay in the UK is to make arrangements for the future care of a British citizen or someone who has settled status in the UK. This is called the carer's concession. Kung gustong i-extend ang pananatili sa UK para makapag-alaga ng kamag-anak o kaibigan, ito ang mga requirements.
Sulat mula sa medical practitioner na nakasaad ang detalye ng kondisyon o sakit ng sponsor at ang long-term prognosis. Sulat mula sa local social services department na nagsasaad kung bakit kailangan manatili ang kamag-anak o kaibigan sa UK at bakit di pwede ang ibang alternatibo. Ebidensya o dokumento na nagpapatunay na may mga hakbang para magkaroon ng alternative arrangements para sa pag-aalaga ng pasyente o may sakit. Detalye ng pamilya na may sakit na nakatira sa UK at impormasyon kung paano naalagaan ang may sakit at history of care. Detalye ng aplikante tulad ng home country, civil status, mas malaki ang tsansa ng single o unmarried dependents. Evidence of sufficient funds.
Kung pasok sa sufficient exceptional circumstance requirements, maaaring mabigyan ng leave to remain for 12 months.
Application for leave to remain in order to care for a sick or disabled friend is normally refused. Pero maaari itong i-consider sa emergency cases tulad ng biglaang pagkakasakit at walang maaaring mag-alaga sa may sakit at walang sapat na panahon para makakuha ng carer sa UK.
Even though the immigration rules appear inflexible at first glance, there is guidance on how, in certain cases, the rules can be bypassed to cater for emergency or compelling circumstances. The bottom line is, such visas will be rare and will never lead to a long-term solution, only a temporary respite. Kung may mga tanong at marami kayong pag-aalinlangan, mas makakabuti po kung kumonsulta kayo sa immigration consultant at solicitor. Ako, si Crystal Diaz para sa One You Connect.
Kami nandito lang, sabay na pakinggan ang mga kwento nyo, isigaw natin sa mundo, bagong bayani namin kayo. Sipag at tapang nyo, hinialay sa mundo, sinasa saludo namin kayo. Pilipino, itaas ang noo, ipagmalaki mo